Hi folks, welcome to Hit the Mahogany. They say there's two things that are guaranteed in life. One of them is death and the other one is taxes. So on this episode we're going to be doing the cocktail known as Death and Taxes. Bit of a modern classic, this one. It's using a split base of whisky and gin. Now the original recipe for this actually uses blended whisky. I tried blended whisky and I've also tried Irish whisky, and personally I prefer the flavour of the Irish whisky in this one. So that's what I'm going to use. We're going to use the Bushmills here, give that one a shot anyway. Okay, nice and easy one to actually make. So let's get through this. It is 1 ounce of whisky for each one. As you can see, I'm making 2 of these. So I'm actually just going to double up the quantity. There's our 2 ounce of our extremely nice Bushmills. Now, just now, well, at the time of this one anyway, there's quite a fad going on with respect to gins throughout the world. This one's been around for quite a while actually. I don't know how long cork gin's been around for, but this is actually a really, really good gin. I've got a couple of bottles of this because I actually enjoy it. It's very fresh, it's bright, and it's not pretentious. Unlike this sort of video, I suppose. It's just not pretentious, it's straight to the point. And I thought, since I was using the Irish whisky, why not use some Irish gin in this as well, Let's get the 2 paired up. So you're splitting equal amounts again. So this would normally be 1 ounce per cocktail. So that's 2 ounces I'm putting there since I'm making 2. Hopefully everybody's pretty good with their simple arithmetic. I actually wasn't very good at math. Even had to take a year out of college because of my challenge with math, but we'll save that one for another time. Half ounce of Sweet Vermouth. So here, just going with the Martini Rosso Sweet Vermouth. So half ounce for each one. That's 1 ounce going in there. Then we've got Benedictine, adding a little bit of that herbal note to it. It's a great liqueur, this. It's fantastic. So it's going to be a 1/4 ounce for each one, so that's going to be about ½ ounce total. Now my jigger here does actually have little markings on the inside of it that actually show that level as well. It's pretty close to it. Okay, so that's our Benedictine in there. And then a cocktail, which technically really should have bitters in it. We're going to use orange bitters in this. This is a really good one actually. I think I've still to do an old fashioned in this series, but using orange bitters in an old fashioned it's a fantastic one. It really is. Adds flavour, it just boosts it big time. Anyway, this one, Death and Taxes, 2 dashes per cocktail, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're making 2. Now we're not shaking this one, we're not bruising the alcohol, as it were. The Boulevardier, for example, is a stirred cocktail as well, but I've actually tried it shaken, and it gives it a completely different mouthfeel. So versus, shaken versus stirred, it really does change the way the feel is. What the hell am I saying? When you're actually drinking it, it's almost as though there's a kind of softness. There's a different mingling of the flavours when you're actually shaking it. But for this one, we're just going to stir it. Plenty of ice in there. We're going to get a little bit of dilution as well, which we want. We've got a lot of spirit in this. So let's give this a stir for a few seconds, okay? And there we go. See a bit of condensation starting on the outside. We know that we've got it chilled. It's quite a lot of drink in there, so it took a little bit longer than normal to get that chilled down. Alright, you're going to strain into your glass of choice. That can be a coupe. Or these ones, just using these nice little cocktail glasses that I came across. I thought they'd add a nice change. That's actually, to be honest, the coupes are actually in the dishwasher just now, and I wanted to get this one done. So let's get these strained in here. I suspect I'm going to have too much to go in 2 glasses, but you know what that means? It means that we can do a top up later. And if you're doing that, best way to do that is actually strain the rest of the spirit out there. Actually, there's not too much left actually, so it's not too bad. Okay, so there we go. Lemon twist on these ones, okay? So I'm using the, whoa, let's do this over the drink because then you get a little bit of that lemon zest hitting it, or the oils going across, just around the lip there. Throw that puppy in, hey presto. Same for the other one. You know, you express some of the oils. You know, if you've got a thicker piece of lemon, you can certainly twist it and express oils, but actually as you're doing this, I mean, you won't be able to see it probably on the camera, but I can see the fine mist of the oil actually just coming off there and spraying onto the actual glass. Let's go around the rim with that one. And let's pop this one in there as well. Oops. That one didn't quite curl quite as tightly, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. Death and taxis. So, I'm sure there's another guarantee. Drink it responsibly, because I can guarantee that if you drink too many of these, yeah, something else will happen in your life as well. But let's give this one a shot, okay? It's interesting, because clearly you've split the base between gin and whiskey, and as you taste it, you know, like it bounces. It's like you know, it's like a ping pong table. You know, it's just it's rattling around inside my mouth there, trying to work out, you know, what is it? Is it gin or is it whiskey? You got the bitterness coming through from the orange bitters, sweetness from the vermouth, and a little bit that hint of the herbal aspect from the Benedictine there. Good drink, not too sweet. I think if you're somebody who likes, let's say, the Negronis, the last words, things that are not too sweet, they've got a little bit of a kick. I wouldn't say anything like an old fashioned or anything of that type. Certainly an interesting drink. It's a bit, there's sort of like a bit of schizophrenia going on with it because of that whiskey gin split on it. It's nice though, quite enjoy it. Needs the lemon, definitely just sparkles it up. Anyway, either way, whether you like it, don't like it, make it your own, enjoy it either way. So enjoy your death and taxis. It's nice actually, it's not too heavy, it's quite light and bright. Alright, cheers.